I guess somewhere in my life, someone defined courage as being able to accept the worst thing that can happen. And then once you accept that you can accept it, then you proceed and do it anyway. And that's courage.
Well, words are tricky because someone could offer a word and mean one thing, and another person could offer the same word and mean something else. So let's chew on this just for a minute. Because what most people mean by courage is what you just said. Awareness of something not wanted, and then willingness to proceed anyway. And we want to say that when you take action before you've lined up energy, there's not enough action in the world to compensate for that misaligned energy. So if courage is as you described it to be, in that misaligned energy, then you're offering a lot of effort against vibrational discord, which means initially you're not going to get the results that you want. Now, it's possible that as you begin to move forward, even in the face of that negative emotion, that you convince yourself that there really wasn't anything to be afraid of, and that through the process you eventually come into alignment with your desire, and so eventually you get results. But our rule of thumb, if we were standing in your physical body, would be we would never move forward in an attitude of anything less than alignment. Jerry tells a story about years ago. He was working on a television program, and he was assigned to a horse that he was going to be delivering lines from, and the horse was just out of control. Jerry could feel its discomfort as he approached it, and so he refused that horse. And the wrangler who was there providing the horses was irritated at Jerry's lack of what he saw as courage, lack of courage. And he said to Jerry, "You're afraid of that horse, aren't you?" And Jerry said, "No," which wasn't true. He was afraid of that horse. But he explained that he didn't want a horse that felt like that he didn't want the horse to be disruptive, and he felt that horse would be, which was true. And the wrangler said, "Well, I'm not afraid of that horse." And he jumped up on the horse. And as soon as he got on the horse reared its head back and knocked his teeth out. And we said, this courageous man overcame his fear through action, but he did not come into alignment.
So if you feel good by saying, what's the worst thing that can happen? And if you accept that and you felt good accepting it, that's being in alignment.
It would be more in alignment than saying, what's the worst thing that could happen? I can't bear it. When you say, what's the worst thing that can happen? And you say, I can handle that. We would say that is an alignment of sorts.
Okay.
There are a lot of people who want to bang their life into position through action. And we want you to relax your life into action through thought. In other words, that's like saying, the stove is hot and I don't like it. Oh, I need to be more courageous. I still don't like it. And we say, that's not courageous. That's misunderstanding. That's not utilizing your guidance. And we think that anything that has negative emotion in it is comparable to touching a hot stove and feeling the discomfort of it. Why move forward when it doesn't feel good, when you have the option of making it feel good before you move forward? Why being willing to take action when your energies are contradictory, when you have the option of waiting until you're in alignment before you take action? When your action is inspired from alignment, when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you're clear-minded, you're agile, you have all of the resources of your physical body, you have a cooperative universe that's lining things up, you are powerful, you are more influential than a million who are not, we'd say it's a better option. Your energy alignment is everything. And so in relationship to action, which we can feel is a large part of what you're wanting to talk about here, the rule of thumb is make a decision as best you can from where you are and then line up with that decision. And as you bring yourself into alignment, you will begin to notice that in time, you can begin setting your vibration out there ahead of time, because the best of all worlds is to imagine it and think about it and feel good about it and achieve vibrational alignment with the essence of it. And then in that complete alignment, you will begin to receive impulses or inspiration. And there's a big difference between feeling the inspiration to do something and the motivation that you should do something. You have more you want to talk about?
Yes, worry. When you worry about something, that brings you negative emotion.
Worry is negative emotion. Here's what we'd say about the emotion of worry, or any negative emotion, but let's talk about worry. That emotion of worry is an indication that there's something that you want, but your thought that is present, that is giving you the feeling of worry, is keeping you from what you want. And so the feeling of worry is an emotional indicator that if you keep beating this drum, you're using that excuse to slow down this thing that you want, or to prevent it for as long as you feel the worry. So then many people would say, but it's logical that I'm worried about this. And we say, worry may seem logical, but it never is. Try to talk yourself down from the worry. Even though you think you have legitimate things to worry about, you can train yourself to less worry and less worry and less worry. And as you find the relief, before you know it, what you were worried about has no basis and will go away. Many people say, of course I'm worried. Look at what's going on. And we say, but what's going on is because you had achieved a vibration similar to worry before it came. And you say, well, I can't sort that all out. I don't know at what point I started worrying. I don't know at what point I started finding that vibration. We say, you don't have to figure out at what point you found it. You've got an indicator right now. Do something about the indicator now. In other words, shift the way you feel now and watch what happens. If you can rid yourself of worry, you will rid yourself of things to worry about. It's just that simple. If you're not worried, things that you worry about can't come. And if you are worried, things that to worry about will keep coming. It really is that simple. The more you worry, the more they come. The more they come, the more you worry. The more you worry, the more they come. The more they come, the more you worry. Sort of a cycle that you need to break out of. And you can't break out of it by waiting for the worry to go away, because the worry won't go away as long as you're worried.
Yes, but before I go to the example of the worry, I just found out that the reason I'm here is not because of my manifestation, but my friend over there got me here. Which brings me to a point that you can manifest for someone who are not yet in alignment.
Well, we think you're getting erroneous information.
Okay.
In other words, someone else cannot create in your experience.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else did not set forth your intention and bring you into vibrational proximity of it. Mm-hmm. It is possible that someone who cares about you can offer a vibration with such clarity that they influence you into the same clarity. But no one can assume your point of attraction. So no one gets the credit or the blame for anything that happens to you. Mm-hmm. Get all of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Coming back to the example of worry, I really can't get too much specific because I'm bound to a confidentiality agreement. It's a business transaction that has been very much delayed. And I'm very action-oriented. And by me not being able to help out in action way makes me feel very helpless.
Well, we're trying to help you to get over that, because as you think and feel and then watch the results of that, not about this issue that you're worried about, because when you have something that you've been worried about for a while, that's the most difficult thing to begin with, because you're not going to shake loose of those habits of thoughts instantly. So if you will, prove to yourself that law of attraction is responsive to you and quickly responsive to you by holding something as your object of attention and finding vibrational alignment with it, and then noticing how quickly it shows up in your experience. With that knowledge, you can then begin to shift your thoughts relative to other things that you have stronger negative habits of thought about. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. And we know that when something is, It's a reality. It is what's happening. We know that it has your attention. We know that it does. And that's why we appeal to your logic, as we say, if you keep looking at things as they are, they cannot shift. You must find a way of seeing them in a different way. And the way you do that is by reaching for thoughts that feel better rather than the thoughts that are accurate depictions of what is. The reason that so many people have a hard time letting go of habits of thought that are not serving them is because you've been taught that it's the right thing to do to tell the truth, to tell things like they are. You don't want to be deceptive and pretend that it is other than it is. And so when you've trained yourself to explain what is, and when all of your senses help you to decipher what is in a detailed and emphatic way, we understand why you continue that pattern. But when you take away from a gathering such as this your memory that you can guide yourself based upon how it feels, and that when how it feels matters more than what the truth is, or how it feels matters more than what the now reality is, now the now reality can shift to something else. In simple terms, you must begin telling it like you want it to be, not like it is. So consider this. We've been talking about how what is a manifestational indication of how you've been vibrating. So you look at the manifestation and you say, something that is really important to me is on hold. It's in a state of delay. So we say, how does that make you feel? What's your answer? What's the emotional word? How do you feel with this delay?
What comes to my mind is helpless.
So I feel helpless. Now we want to say to you that that helpless feeling was present within you before this manifestation. So you felt helpless, you felt helpless, you felt helpless, you felt helpless. Then you have a manifestation and you feel helpless. No big deal. It's just an indicator of how you've been feeling. So now you must find a way to change the way you feel. So, because the way you feel, what you say, what you think, how you feel, and what keeps manifesting always match. So for example, when you say, I feel helpless, you hold it there. When you say, I feel hopeful, it shifts. When you mean, I feel hopeful, it shifts.
So instead of looking for an action to make me feel good, I can just look for a thought that will make me feel good.
Yes, because looking for the action that makes you feel good makes you feel bad because you can't find it from that vibrational stance. So it just makes you feel more frustrated. Feeling the way you feel and then trying to take action from that feeling place just keeps giving you the same results that keep proving to you that what you thought was true. I knew that would happen. How often do you say that? I knew that would happen. And we say, good. That means you understand the law of attraction. I knew that would happen. So you got to train yourself into different knowing. And so when you say, I can't see how this is going to break loose. I can't see what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to help me. I don't know how or when it's going to come about. But when you say, but I do know that it would feel good when it does. And I do know that I deserve good things to happen to me. And I do know that law of attraction is responsive. And I do know that I have been worrying. And I do know that the worry that I've been having and the worry that I'm getting now are all a vibrational match. And I do know that it's possible for me to think differently and feel differently. And I do know I haven't been doing a very good job of that. So I do know the results I've been getting are appropriate to how I've been thinking and feeling. And I do like the idea that I'm in charge of my thoughts. And I do like the idea that my emotions tell me whether I'm helping myself or hindering myself. And I do like it when I change the subject and my worry lifts. And I do like it when I think about all of the things in my life that are going well that bring me no worry. And I do like knowing that the universe is responsive to my vibration. And I do like knowing that I can offer a vibration deliberately. And I do like knowing that I can get better at that. And I do like knowing that nothing's gone really wrong because I can get to anywhere I want to be from where I am. And I do like knowing that when I'm living what I don't want, I'm more clear about what I do want. So even when it's not manifesting the way I want it to, I do know that my vibrational escrow is improving. And I do like knowing that all that I want is in that vibrational escrow. And I do like knowing that the universe is aware of that. And I do like knowing that law of attraction is responding to that vibrational escrow. And I do like knowing that the larger part of me is over there already reaping the benefit of having lived all of that.